Oh my god, this feels weird. Oh, alright. Oh man, this feels incredibly strange. Welcome home, everybody. I've got some explaining to do. Exactly 12 months ago, I moved out of my childhood home. Finally, I flew from the nest, and thank God, because the nest was basically on fire. If you recall my apartment tour video, I mentioned that I'd left an incredibly toxic and psychotic living situation. So amidst COVID lockdowns and Easter holidays, I secured myself a tidy little apartment inside of a hotel, which is where I've been living ever since. That apartment was on the other side of the building. The apartment I'm currently in is where I've been since August, after some freak weather led to severe flooding in the other room, and thankfully I was incredibly lucky enough to secure this place, and it has brought me such great fortune the entire time I've been here. Despite juggling so many different important things on top of mental health and the like, everything in my life just seemed to fall nicely into place living here. The channel soared to its strongest year by miles. I was granted opportunities to work with Activision on promoting the 2 franchises that have built this channel. I gained my independence and so much life experience, and I was blessed to meet so many amazing people during this time as well. But there was another victory for me in 2020. See, for these last few years, I have slowly developed a condition where if I find myself too stressed out and life gets on top of me, I'm prone to having nasty seizures. This is something I've debated talking about for so damn long now, and while the specifics are for another time, the point is that these things are exhausting and they prevent me from working a normal 9 to 5. So after a lot of psychological exams, tests and diagnosis, probably the biggest victory for me in the last 12 months was finally being granted with a disability pension in December. That was such a huge stress off my shoulders, not having to worry as much about how the hell I'm supposed to navigate life financially. Well, now I'm able to afford rent, food and bills much easier without having to rely so much on the fluctuating income related to this channel, be it from YouTube ads, Patreon, Hawktober merch or whatever. So it's a huge win for me that the income generated from this channel is not all being sucked away by life expenses, and I can now start to put some of that money back into the channel as well as savings. I feel like for some strange reason, I'm not allowed to be happy or positive for the fact that I had such a strong 2020, given the state that the world was in at the time. But with my mental health, how that was, and dealing with seizures and all that other shit prior to moving, I'm incredibly thankful that I did have such a strong year, and it's a year that I weirdly hold really close to my heart, and one that I won't forget anytime soon. But here's where that positive energy ends. If things worked out so well, why the fuck am I back here in my old bedroom that I legitimately had to escape from 12 months ago? Well, if it wasn't obvious from looking at the channel so far this year, life has been an overwhelming mess. Juggling personal matters and creating content has simply been impossible, and I've done the best I possibly can, but I'm sorry it hasn't been a good start to 2021. In February, I was across the state looking after someone very close to me who was facing some difficult medical shit, and right after that, instead of getting the lease extension I was hoping for on the apartment, I was instead given 8 weeks notice to find a new place. So that's how I've spent all of March, relentlessly applying, inspecting, and being rejected by every single place I looked at, and it's just been an absolute head fuck far beyond what I ever could have imagined. Given the fact that I fluked getting the apartment in 2020, it's safe to say that I was ill prepared to be seriously house hunting again this year. Long story short, I wasn't able to secure a new place, and I've been left no choice but to move back home into my old bedroom. The good news is that things are nowhere near as bad as they were when I left, but having said that, I don't plan on sticking around for the long term. So TLDR, I'm back in my old house, which is weird and I imagine kind of awkward for those of you watching. It was such a rush to get everything out of the apartment and put it on top of the mess that's been stored here for the past year. It took some time to get myself set up, but now I've got everything ready to go so I can continue creating content for you guys. I hope there is a familiarity to this place that will make things less strange being back here. But keep in mind, this is hopefully only a short-term thing, as I'm continuing full force in finding a new place to call home, hopefully very soon. So what does all of this mean for videos? Well, through everything going on this year, I've been working very hard on a new Every Level Ranked video which will be coming your way in late April, early May. I'm almost done writing the script for that, and goddamn, it's a biggin. But before that, expect to see a Crash on the Run review dropping real soon, as I've been spending a lot of my downtime slogging through it for all of you, so look forward to seeing that very soon, along with game testing continuing as normal. Well, that's basically all I have to say at this point. The only thing I'd like to add is a huge thank you to everyone for your continued support and patience while I try and figure all of this stuff out. I know these shifts are awkward and difficult to get used to, but hopefully, like I said, there's a familiarity to this place that makes it a little easier, and hopefully before you know it, we'll be moving on to somewhere new. Even though it's been an absolute stressor dealing with all of this, generally speaking, I'm doing okay, I guess, about as functional as I possibly could be in this situation. But the good news is that this channel is my outlet. It's how I express myself, it gives me something to strive for and stay motivated on and stay focused. So that should mean a lot of good things coming down the pipeline, and I'm excited for you all to see what I've been working on. So that does it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a great fucking day. Cheers.